Melanated family, man, how's everybody doing? Back for a brand new episode of the Melanated Convo podcast. I am your brother Harrison, ready to get it in today. Brand new episode. I'm doing the show today by myself. So hit that like button, subscribe to the Melanated Convo podcast if you haven't done so already. You feel me? So today we're gonna talk about the main topic of the show today, right? Is the consequences of picking the wrong woman. So what I'm gonna do, just to have a little fun, I found two or three videos with instances where black men are going through things with a woman, and we're gonna talk about it today. Like we're gonna break down some of these videos, have a good time. But this is an important topic. Like as a man, picking the right woman is like paramount to your legacy going the right way, your family going the right way. You feel me? So again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Happy to be here with y'all. Also, if you don't know, I have a business called Precision Design Studio. So if you are someone who has a business, a hobby, something creative that you're doing, I have a business where I can make t-shirts for you. You feel me? Oh, the light just went out. So I can make t-shirts for you, family. So if you have an event coming up, you have a hobby, a business, anything you're doing, I actually have t-shirts I can make for you, custom design, right? So put your logo on it. I can make the logo for you, and that is Precision Design Studio is the name of the business, family. You can go to precisioncreate.com and get information about placing an order. This damn light keep going out. Get information about placing an order. I also have original designs. This shirt right here, the Black Father Element Pyramid, which is available on the website. The website is precisioncreate.com. Precisioncreate.com. Let me fix this light real quick, family. This light been tripping out on me. All right, there we go. There we go. We good. Precisioncreate.com is the name of the website, family. So you can go there and order this shirt. I have a Melanated State of Mind shirt. I have another shirt dedicated to fatherhood, a couple other designs. I'll have more shortly, but go to the website, support the brand. If you need shirts made for your event or your hobby, your business you just starting, I have great prices. I can make, regardless of the number of shirts you need, we can get that thing popping for you. You feel me? So let's get into it, man. So again, the consequences of picking the wrong woman, and I'm gonna play you a few I'll play you a few Instagram videos that I found. I've been having them for like a week or so, but I think these videos are great talking points about just what we go through in our community and what we go through as men trying to find the right woman, right? So first thing I want to do, because I'm sure everybody has heard by now, our brother Gilly the Kid, co-host of, hold on one second, y'all. Damn it. Co-host of $1 million Worth of Game with his cousin Wallow. Gilly the Kid, I'm a little older than some of you guys, so you may not remember Gilly the Kid as a younger dude, but a Philly rapper, extremely popular in his city, made a lot of waves early on in his career. You feel me? Just as far as beefing with other rappers, going through a lot of shit young rappers go through, but uh, from watching everything he's been going through, it's like he's made it out on the other side. Just as far as he went from, being a street rapper, talking about street shit, involving yourself in certain things, to now being a businessman, to now understanding the detriment to conducting yourself a particular way in our community. You know what I mean? So I salute the brother Gilly, and watching his whole transformation has been beautiful. So it's unfortunate something like this has happened to his shit. Hold on one second, family. Let me fix this light. Hold on. Okay, let me fix that light, family. Let me fix that light, family. There we go. There we go. Let me fix that light, family. That light kept fucking up. God damn it. Keep going in and out. But anyways, shout out to the brother Gilly the Kid. Seeing everything that went on with his son was heartbreaking. You know what I mean? That was one of the heartbreaking parts. Just following, a lot of us who love hip hop, just following that brother for as long as he's been doing what he's been doing. To see him go through something like that with his son, it's heart wrenching, man. And I have 25-year-old children, so I can only imagine. You feel me? Hold on one second. Okay. Okay, that light keep going out. Damn, I need my lights. Damn, I need my lights, man. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, all right, we gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make it do what it do. So, shout out to the brother Get It the Kid, man. Losing his son, I'm sure that would be difficult for anybody. You know what I mean? And his son's name was YNG Cheese, right? He was a part of a group with his other brother called Mac and Cheese. Last Thursday, they were involved in an altercation. The young brother was shot and killed. He was shot in his back and killed. Two other people was actually shot as well. He was the only one that was killed. Now, the disgusting part of this whole situation. So again, RIP to YNG Cheese. That's the brother's rap name. Let me get his real name. Hold on one second. Let me pay him the respect he deserves. Let me get his real name. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find that for y'all. Because the disgusting part of this whole thing, right? Like being in a space where I do a podcast, I talk to people, you want to be as popular as possible and just garner as much attention as possible, right? But sometimes this shit get kind of sickening because when I first found out, and I can't find his real name, family. Hold on one second, I'll get it for y'all. I will get it for y'all. It's sickening, y'all. Just watching how to clout Devin Spady is the young brother's name. Devin Spady, 25 years old, Gilly the Kid's oldest son, to my understanding. Last Thursday, this brother lost his life in a shooting. 3 people were shot. He, to my understanding, is the only person that died. So RIP to that young brother. And again, I feel for Gilly the Kid and his family. But it was sickening going on YouTube because once this happened, I went on YouTube just to see if there was more to the story, just to get information about it. You feel me? And it's so much clout chasing going on right now that people aren't even waiting until the dust settles. Like people ain't even waiting to gather all the facts. Everybody is just jumping to come with some kind of conclusion. A lot of this shit ain't right, bro. And then looking at some of the YouTubers, not all, but some of the YouTubers are creating conversations around the fact that this is Gilly's fault because he used to be in the street, or how you gonna have a podcast called $1 Million Worth of Game when your kid end up dying like this. Like the sensationalism that I've seen from our community, because the bulk of the people that I've seen creating these conversations was other brothers. You know what I mean? So we got to back up off of this clout chasing shit, y'all. Like this should be almost like a sacred time where we treat everything going on with this brother a particular way based on the fact that he a black man. So that's just about being respectful. That's just about being respectful. I don't mind news stories. Like I don't mind rushing to a story to provide information if you're correct. Like non-salacious and correct. Because also sometimes I'm looking at clips because, like I said, I wanted to know what was going on. I'm looking at clips and I see people presenting this shit like Gilly Kid got shot because Gilly just got $100 million contract. Like they're coming up with all these conclusions. And in my mind, I'm thinking, for what? Like, what world do we live in now where everything is about clout? Everything is about views. So you're going to disparage this man's family and everything he got going on just to get a view, just to get a click? Like, that shit is sickening, man. And some of these individuals, like, you don't know if they older, you don't know if it's a young dude or not, or whatever the case may be. But as parents, as black folks who are getting a little older, we got to educate these kids on the importance of integrity. Like the importance of, you want to chase the bag, but do shit the right way. You see what I'm saying? Because looking at everything going on with this brother, it's highly, damn, my light is tripping. No, I'm gonna get it going. Hold on one more second, family. I'm gonna try to fix this light one more time. And if not, we're just gonna rock out with how it is. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, that light is messing with me, y'all. That light is messing with me. Oh, let's see. Hold on. No, we're gonna do something. Hold on. Give me a second, family. Give me a second, family. I got to get my light together real quick. I got to get my light together. Give me a second. I got to get my light together. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do it like that. We're going to do it like that. You feel me? I'll just go with the two lights. So like I was saying, horrible situation. But looking at YouTube, people clout chasing, even some popular YouTubers are approaching this situation real salacious, like real disrespectful. You know what I mean? We didn't got to a point in society where we can say whatever the fuck we want to say about people, and there's no recourse. Like you can talk about the dead. Like that's something new, y'all. Like looking at hip hop and a lot of the elements surrounding our culture. Back in the day, yeah, you can be beefing with a nigga and mention how you don't like him, and you can talk about things going on in his life. Tupac did hit him up where he talked about fucking his wife, all this type of shit, right? But we in a new day and age where niggas will talk about your dead homie. People will discuss your dead family member with no regard. You know what I mean? So everybody needs to be cognizant of that, man. Because yeah, you want to get YouTube views, you want to be popular, but at what expense? You feel me? So RIP to the brother YNG Cheese. And again, let me get his name for y'all. Hold on one second. Let me get his name for y'all. Devin Spady is Gilly the Kid's oldest son's name that will succumb to gun violence. Now, another thing I seen, like another narrative I seen everybody running with, was the fact that, you know, Gilly was a street dude or an ex-street dude, and you shouldn't be surprised the same type of street activity has happened to your son. Look, man, this is why we should wait to report on news. Like, speak your mind and what you have to say about it, but we don't know what was the circumstances surrounding this young brother's death. We don't know if it was an incident he was involved in. We don't know if it was an incident involving like a dude he was around or mistaken identity. We have no idea. But I will say this about gun violence in young black men in our community, because I did go back and listen to his music. So he has a music group with his other brother. They're Mac and Cheese, right? So I've never really heard the music, but I went back and listened to the music just to get an idea of the type of content, like what they spoke about, what was the vibe of the hip hop they was presenting. You know what I mean? And this isn't about. Hold on one second. There we go. So this isn't about his son in particular, because again, we don't know the circumstances surrounding his son's death. It could have been of his doing. It could have been somebody he was in, somebody he had a problem with. It could have been mistaken identity. It could have been him being at the wrong place at the wrong time. We have no idea, right? But I will say this. The energy that dissipates when you say certain things, like your words have power. As black folks, that's something we need to harness in on. Your words have power. So my message to a lot of the young dudes, if you thinking about getting into hip hop, you come from a certain environment, you got to be real careful with how you speak, because I'm listening to the young dudes Mac and Cheese, and they didn't have an album yet, to my understanding, and nothing that I was able to find. So I just found like some songs they did. Some of it I liked, like it had a good groove. Some of it had a good groove to it. You know what I mean? But ultimately, the content was based on street activity. The content is based on getting money. It's based on small amounts of violence. All of this shit. Like, we need to be aware our words have power, right? Our words have power. And a lot of times, like, we don't see conscious rappers or rappers who or who like in the gospel space. We don't see them getting into gunfights. We don't see them dying by the hand of a gun. We don't see hella violent interactions and all this, all the negative interactions they have with other singers or other rappers. That just don't happen. So as a culture, we need to look at hip hop and say, okay, damn. Yeah, it's been 50 years. Yeah, this is the most popular music on the planet. We've made it several millionaires, a couple billionaires. Like, hip hop has done a lot for this country and for our culture and for our communities. We need to be aware of that. Like, that's a fact, right? But at the end of the day, when are we going to seize on the deaf culture? Like the treating deaf like a normality. right? Because again, regardless of what this young man was in, why do so many young black men see it, find it appropriate to conduct themselves this way when it comes to violence? Like, we turn to gun violence. Back in the day, yeah, there was guns, but niggas was shooting or and fighting, you know what I mean? Fighting, using other means to handle their business. But in today's time, it's just the pistol. You see what I'm saying? It's just the pistol. So I'm not gonna blame this on Gilly and say he was a bad father. This is all the different narratives I seen online, y'all. It was really disheartening. Saying the brother's a bad father, saying because the brother just got $100 million contract, somebody killed him, saying the brother, it's the old beef from when he was in the street, all this bullshit. And none of these people are thinking about this actual family. Like, these are actual people that you're talking about. You know what I mean? So let's be a little more respectful of the dead. Let's be a little more respectful of situations we see happen with people who look like us. Fuck a click or a like. Let's think about integrity in the actual family that was involved. You feel me? So RIP to that young brother, Devin Spaney. Spady is his name. YNG Cheese was his rap name. RIP to that young brother, man. He was just 25 years old. And like I said, I got kids that are 25 years old. So I can only imagine being put in a situation where I have to bury my child based on something they was into, or based on just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. All that shit is foul. RIP to that young brother. You know what I mean? So the topic of the show is consequences of picking the wrong woman. I found a few Instagram videos that I think really drives this home, or really drives this point home. This is far, because a few weeks ago, I've done some shows about young black men finding the right partner, different things you can do to make sure the woman you looking at is the one for you. And this is based on putting yourself in the right headspace. This is based on just being on the right path yourself, having your mental together, and this helps pick your partner. You see what I'm saying? So let's look at these situations so we can get an understanding of some of the things we do wrong as black men. You feel me? So let's take a look. This first one is a dude who, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this. This dude basically says he gonna break up with his girlfriend because of how bad her son is. Now, this ain't his son, of course, but the little boy, as you see on the video, he cussing him out. He doing all kind of wild shit. You know what I mean? So was he wrong for doing this? Let's take a look at it real quick.
So why'd you breaking up with me? Why? Why? Okay, so you gonna break up with me because of my son? I was trying to teach him right from wrong. Man, give me this gun, dog. What you mean? What you say? I said. That's what. So you gonna break up with me because of my child? He's just a child. He's bad, dog. He just need a little guidance, man. Like, don't.
Real quick. So she's saying he just a child, right? So we gonna get into this conversation. And basically, should a man, as a man, would you break up with a woman if her son was bad? She had kids that was bad. Would that be enough to end the damn relationship? And I say yes. Yes. This brother that we're looking at in the video, it's not his job to rear this young man. It's not his job to provide discipline for this young man. He's 10 years old. You know, the video doesn't discuss the relationship she had with this child's father, but that's the child's father's job. Or before entering into a serious relationship with this dude, you let him know, yeah, I'm gonna let you meet my son. The daddy ain't around. This is what we dealing with. Like, you gotta be clear on what actually is going on. And this brother, I blame him a little bit too, because you meet a woman and you chilling with her and y'all vibing out and having sex and doing all the shit. You've met this little boy before. You got an idea of the kind of parent she is based on how she speaks about her kid, based on the type of discipline she institutes. So these are things we need to look at before saying, okay, you're going to be my woman. If you are a man who has a woman that got kids, and maybe you don't got kids yet, maybe you do got kids, all you got to do is pay attention. All you got to do is watch. Like, people, and I've said this before, people show you who they are. A lot of times we just ignore it. You feel me? So let's get back to the video. Hold on one second.
That's a petty reason to break up with somebody. I ain't gonna lie. How? Oh, wow. Over a 10-year-old? Over a 10-year-old. Over a 10-year-old. Over a 10. Okay.
No, he bad.
Right, okay, but that's not no reason to break up with nobody.
I can't do it no more, man.
So you gonna
man. I'm done.
So hold on one second. So that is a reason to break up with somebody. If we're talking about a household needing to be harmonious, you know what I mean? If we're talking about a household needing to be harmonious, if you're a man, there's a certain level of control you're gonna need to have over the environment just to make sure everything runs smoothly. If this little boy is unruly, that's going to create a wedge in your relationship because there's going to be a parental style or there's going to be a style of parenting that'll be in conflict. See, this is why before you decide to move with her, before you decide to say, yeah, this is my woman and we going to be serious in a one-on-one relationship, you have to examine this. You have to examine what type of mother she is. For one, you have to examine what kind of mother she is to determine if it's a situation you want to stay involved with. But two, you need to determine what kind of mother she is, because what if you want to have kids with her in the future, right? What if you want to have kids with her in the future? You need to be aware of the type of mother she is, how she goes about disciplining her kid. And this little boy, and again, a caveat, like when we're looking at these videos, they can be staged in the video or it can be a skit. That's not the point, because shit like this happens. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes we move on to new relationships without rectifying things that may have went wrong in the other relationship. We move on to new relationships without taking a step back and observing, like, what was our part in that breakup? Like, what was most important at the time? Because all too often, I see men and women who just had a baby or just came out of a serious relationship where a baby was conceived, and now they moving on to somebody new. Now they moving on to a new situation without even rectifying all the shit that could have went wrong last time. You see what I'm saying? And a woman like this, just a parent like this, if you are in a situation where you cannot control your child, where you don't have enough structure or haven't implemented enough discipline to make your child make your child do certain things, you shouldn't enter into a relationship. You shouldn't put that burden on nobody, because there's a time period where, regardless of you're a man or a woman, if you decide to move on to a new relationship and there's a kid involved, there's a period there where you have to fill everything out. You can't just thrust your child onto a new dude and think that shit is going to be cool. See, we do that a lot of times as parents, not even thinking about the kid's well-being. Because in this situation, this man is right. If you can't control your child, if your child gonna be cussing at me, the little dude was calling him a nigga and all kind of shit. If your child gonna be cussing at me and treating me a certain way, I can't be in this environment. You see? Now, again, that's something that women have to be aware of. But in situations like this, because the name of the show is The Consequences of Picking the Wrong Partner, I put this on him. If you find yourself involved with a woman, you better, and she has a baby, and let's say you don't, right? You better be asking questions. You better make sure you peep how she disciplines her son. Like, how quick did she introduce you to her child? How quick is she to get a babysitter for her kid and do something with your ass when y'all just met, right? So you need to be aware of who people are. People show you who they are all the time. We just don't believe them until it get too late or till we get tired of the situation. You see what I'm saying? So that's a lot of what this brother is dealing with now. And ultimately, as men, I do put this on him. You need to be aware of the kind of woman that you get into a relationship with. Let's watch the rest of the video. Hold on one second.
So you're going to throw all these years down the drain? So why'd you break up with me?
Wait, no, that's the end of the video. Hold on one second. That's the end of the video. So she said something important right there. She said, throw all these years down the drain. So he's been with her for years, and just looking at the video, because again, people stage things, people have skits that they doing or whatever, but just looking at the video, he's probably been dealing with that for years. It seemed like the brother was fed up. Like, damn, I'm just tired of it. Because sometimes what happens with single mothers, just to keep it real, if they do have a young man who's unruly, who doesn't have a father around, they'll make excuses for him. Because, see, we didn't get into all the details about their situation as far as, has he tried to discipline the kid or create a level of discipline with the child and the mom wasn't with it? You see what I'm saying? Because looking at the video, the little dude was cussing at him. The little dude was cussing at him. The mom couldn't control him. Nobody want to be involved in that shit, man. It's bad enough that a lot of people don't even want to begin a relationship with somebody that got kids already. You see what I'm saying? So, because I know people who will tell me, men and women, who will say, you know what, if a woman got a baby or multiple babies, you know what I mean? She wouldn't be a good partner. Like everything she's going through, most men would just pass her up because she's damaged goods, is the term that I would hear a lot. I don't think so. I think a man who has integrity, who has morals, who looking for a good woman, you can find a good woman in a woman that has kids already. There's nothing wrong with that, because what you gonna peep is how she handles the kids. I know a lot of women who create structured and disciplined environments where you won't have a problem with her child because she got it under wraps, whether it be just her, whether it be the father stepping in and helping out like he should. You see what I'm saying? But there's a lot of women, a lot of single mothers who don't have problems with a young men or young women. That's just a certain type of woman. But if you thinking about being in a relationship with a woman like that, you got to think about that shit. Because again, what if y'all have kids together? She's kind of showing you the type of mother that she gonna end up being, and nobody want to be involved with nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? So this is the consequences of picking the wrong partner, because homeboy can be upset about a lot of the shit that he's seeing. But I don't think, like I said before, I don't think people just come out the bag on you and show you somebody new. Typically, they're showing you who they are. You just got to believe them. Now, next story. Let's go to the next one. Hold on one second. Family. And again, hit that like button. Subscribe to the Melanated Convo podcast, man. And also, anybody who need t-shirts, if you have a company, a hobby, clothing line, anything like that, holla at me. I can create t-shirts for your clothing line, for your business, for your hobby. I had a family reunion a few weeks ago. I created the t-shirts for my family reunion. So any type of event that you having, holla at your boys. So let's take a look at this one. This one is something that, again, a lot of men deal with. This is a situation where this brother's baby mama had sex with her brother. Let's listen to it.
That's not about that though. Because I want these people to know how you slept with my brother.
Whoop-de-doo. Everybody knew except you.
So what that say about you though? What type of girl that say about you?
What you mean? Niggas
What you mean?
do it. Guys go, why can I do it?
But you fuck my brother though.
Okay. Like, what you want, a cookie? Like,
but we got kids together. You my baby mom.
Okay, I don't.
Again, assuming that this video is free, or assuming that this video is real, looking at how she's brushing look how she's brushing her hair hat, look how she's brushing her wig. I'm assuming this is a real video. But here's the thing, brothers, how do y'all feel about that? If you have a baby with a woman, what type of respect does she owe you? So let's keep it real here. Let's say you have a baby with a woman, y'all not in a relationship, right? Y'all not in a relationship no more. What does she owe you? See? Because looking at this situation, this sister's basically saying she had sex with his brother. He confirming it. That's foul as hell. We all know that, right? But this ain't your woman. You say you got multiple kids with her. Why didn't you slow down and make sure you had babies with a woman that you can be proud of? With a woman that would show you the necessary amount of respect. Because again, looking at this situation, and this is a small video clip, but I don't think this is nothing new. You feel me? I don't look at this situation and think that she just all of a sudden treating him like this or acting this particular way. All too often we have kids and we have relationships with women that ain't no good for us based on where we at in life, based on maybe we going through something. Maybe we not evolved yet the way we need to be. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like, yes, as if you have children with a woman, there should be a level of respect there, but that's something you have to command, not demand, but that's something that you have to command. That's something that you have to put on the table from the get-go, because two things here. He's saying basically she had sex with his brother. Yeah, she foul for doing that. But what kind of brother you got, nigga? All these females out here, he choose to have sex with your baby mama. So this is just a full ratchet situation. And as again, when I see situations like this, family, men, we need to be more responsible. Yes, people at times end up being someone else. They end up portraying a person that we aren't familiar with or that we don't like. That happens. But typically, you know who you get involved with. You see what I'm saying? And this brother got multiple kids with a woman who would have sex with his brother. That's a bad selection process, bro. That shit's on you. You actually selected this woman, and now he's simping, acting like he all heartbroken. Well, I'm sure she's shown you signs of this kind of person because she's real nonchalant. Let's finish listening to a little bit of the video.
Well, man, I just dropped off 2,500 over here the other day.
And you dropped off 5 bands. Who dropped off
But
more?
what that say about you as a woman, though?
It's light, food, kids gotta eat. You're not providing.
Yeah, but we was together for 5 years. Like,
Okay.
why you think it's okay to fuck my brother, though?
Time don't mean nothing. Time ain't nothing but a number.
Real quick, something she said, and I'm sorry, family, I didn't have the video up when they were talking, but she said some real shit, and let's talk about that. She said, I don't owe you no loyalty. I'm just your baby mama. See, and I think in society, especially in our culture, we put too much credence on the term baby mama. When in actuality, this is just a woman that you just decided to have a baby with. Now, granted, her having sex with his brother is some foul shit. But in general, I've been a part of and are aware of a lot of situations where just because you got a kid with a woman, you think you got some type of authority over her life, over her decisions. That's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works, bro. Like that's not how relationships work. If you wanted to have more of a detailed involvement in her decision making in her day-to-day life, you should have chose to be in a relationship with her. If she's not the relationship type, then why did you have children with a woman that wasn't a relationship based situation? You see what I'm saying? This happens way too often, and this is the man's fault because you pick the woman, family. So if she wasn't suitable to be in a relationship with, because he just mentioned that they was together for 5 years, which that ain't a long time, but you know, that's a small stretch. You got to be more selective. You got to be more selective. Like he shouldn't have had a child with this woman. You feel me? That's my opinion, because really, like we talking about the fact that you don't own a woman. If you have a kid with her and you just her baby daddy, you don't own her. You can't tell her what to do. But that's just some foul shit to have a baby, to have sex with his brother. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, he could be a little upset at her, but he got to be more upset at himself because you picked her. And like he said, he got multiple kids with her. So they ain't even just got one son, or they even got one child. They got multiple kids. So you laid down with her multiple times to have children. You got to be accountable for that, because yeah, I don't like the fact how women do all type of foul shit to us after they have kids. They flip the script on us. They end up going to child support on us. They getting their feelings, allow people to get in their ear and get to swing in all these different ways, right? This is a fact. And I really resent how much we go to white folks to help us with our issues. I resent that shit. So women should be held accountable. But at the end of the day, nobody's telling you to have unprotected sex, family. I'm trying to say it the right way. Nobody's telling you to have unprotected sex. That shit is on us. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, women have birth control and all these different forms of contraceptive that they can use, but you having sex unprotected is on you. And that's how the process starts as far as you having a child. So if you're not sure about a woman, if you haven't did your due diligence into her background and her family and really got to know her, wear a goddamn condom. Look, that's real shit, family. Wear a goddamn condom. You won't have to go through none of this, because you won't have to worry about being in a relationship or being tied to her by having a goddamn child. Do you know how many men end up being in a relationship with a woman or end up succumbing to what a woman wants simply because now you tied to her? Now you gotta raise a kid for 18 years, so you don't want her to go to child support on you, or you don't want it to affect your money, so you end up doing whatever she want, all this bullshit, simply because you chose not to wear a condom. So I don't feel sorry for this brother, because this is about the decisions that we make as men. You feel me? Let's watch the rest of the video.
Fuck my brother.
Okay, you can't expose me, no.
No, but I'm gonna expose you with this video though.
Okay,
but you fuck my brother though.
The thing is, the gag is.
No,
you
it's
gonna
not.
look stupid when you trying to expose me.
No, I'm not gonna look stupid. You gonna look stupid because we got a whole 2-year-old together and you fuck my brother.
Okay, the 2-year-old wasn't there when it happened. Why does it matter?
But I'm just saying though, but like, what was the point of that though? Like, what you get out of that though? Like, you have no self-respect for yourself. You have no self-respect for yourself.
What out of it?
See, this shows that you really childish. You're not mature at all in no type of way though.
I'm very mature.
No, you're not though. You're really nothing. Nah, but you're nothing though. You're nothing though.
You slept.
And you're really a whore though. You're really a whore. How about that?
That's okay. If you
Yeah. But you have no respect for yourself.
You think so?
No respect for yourself. You slept with my brother though.
I'm glad your brother don't think that of me.
No. It's not about that though. And I'm gonna have some words with him too. But it's like
Why
you don't
you
even.
thinking of him?
Nah, because like I just don't understand why you don't think about things. Like think about how I would
What do you
feel.
think about? I don't care about how you feel. Your feelings have nothing to do with me. Go find somebody who cares. Find somebody who gives to us. I don't care.
That's
So
crazy.
stop recording me and get out.
That's crazy though. I treated you so
You
good.
came here for your son.
No,
not
but
for me.
I treated you. When we was together, I treated you so good though.
Then why are we not together?
I treated you so. Listen, I treated
Why
you
are we
so.
not together?
Because you cheated.
Right. That clearly means I didn't care that you treated me that
I'm
good.
just saying though, like we was together for
Stop
5
simping.
years.
Go somewhere.
I'm not simping. I'm just saying though, like you really hurt my.
Yeah, no, hold on one second. Yeah, no, she's right. That's some simp behavior, because he's basically telling her that she doesn't have respect for herself to sleep with his brother, and that's a woman he has a kid with. Possibly so, right? Possibly so. But brother, you don't got respect for yourself going about it this way. For one, just me personally, I would have went to my brother first. That would have been the main conversation that I had, was with my brother, because this is my blood. Like, this is somebody I was raised with, assuming he was raised with his brother and they have a close relationship. But if this is my brother and we close, I'm getting at my family. Like, he owes me the bulk of the loyalty. Again, if this is just a woman I have a kid with, we ain't in a relationship, we ain't married or took it to any next level, then fuck it. Not now, you're dealing with a scandalous woman. Get custody of your kids, get joint custody of your kids. Like, we don't need to. Sometimes I see men in situations where they're kowtowing to what the woman wants or what the woman is requesting, simply because they want to keep shit cool to be there for their kid or around their kid. You don't have to kiss a woman's ass to be in your child's life. Go to the courthouse yourself. Go fight for yourself. You ain't got to kiss a woman's ass, because all too often women get put in positions where they have the leverage, right? So when a baby comes home from the hospital, he or she lives with the mama. The mama has the right to say, okay, and I've seen this a lot, where the mama can say, okay, I don't want the dad to come get him today. Or they're creating all these rules around how the life with the baby should be conducted. But in reality, this is a 2-parent thing. Both of us laid down and had this baby. I don't care how scandalous both of us are. I don't care all the bullshit we didn't brought to the table. At the end of the day, we both decided to have this baby. And all too often, I see women who condemn the man they chose to have a baby with, and they'll call him broke. They'll call him a shiftless nigga, all these terms, when in actuality, they ain't got their shit together. In actuality, this was the same dude you chose 2 years ago. See? The same thing goes for men and women. You can't act brand new once there's a baby involved, where once there's finances needed, once there's a lot riding on the situation. Now all of a sudden he's shiftless. Now all of a sudden he a nutting ass nigga. Well, you wasn't saying that when you was opening your legs for him. You see? So I tell men that all the time. No, go to the courthouse. A woman trying to tell you can't see a kid or create rules around seeing your child, fuck that. You fight for the kid the same way women would in certain situations. You see what I'm saying? That's your child too. And if you end up in a situation with a quote unquote baby mama who don't mean you know well, a baby mama who out here doing all kind of scandalous or involving herself in scandalous behavior, you got to take it. You got to take accountability for that as the man who selected her. You feel me? So situations, and I'm playing these videos, family, because situations like this happen in our community all the time. The videos we watching are just highlighting these situations, but men find themselves in peculiar situations with women when they, one, don't know who they are internally and do the work internally to get an idea of who they are and who they're projecting themselves to other people, and two, being a bad selector of women in your life. Like, we rush into relationships all too often because of our childhood, because of being lonely, because of all these situations that really don't have nothing to do with the longevity of a relationship, family. You got to take your time, get to know a woman. You see, he said he was in a relationship with her for 5 years. It would be hard pressed for me to believe that he didn't have an inclination of the kind of woman she was within this 5-year time period. You know what I mean? Something happened. A situation occurred. Things take place where people show you who they are, family. You feel me? So last thing we're going to touch on again, hit that like button, subscribe to the Melanated Convo podcast, family. Make sure you go to precisioncreate.com, get the Melanated State of Mind tee. We still have the podcast tee available, the Melanated Convo podcast logo. We have that in the tee. We have this particular shirt, the black element, the black father is the missing element, the essential element, rather. We also got another shirt dedicated to empowering fatherhood, which is extremely important to me. So let's take a look at this one. This video, family, this woman, this is his wife, right? So this is a married couple. And she actually, and from the looks of and the feel of the video and the conversation, I don't think she works, right? So this is a brother who works every day, and his wife has been stealing money out of his account. So fellas, black men, how would you react to that if you going to work every day and your woman who you providing for, because based on this video, he's the main provider. He's the one who provides the food and the clothes, and you know what I mean? It's all on him. But this woman has been stealing money out of his account. So how would y'all respond to this? Let's take a look at the video.
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of account while I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm not. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We gotta make sure we good. This don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out that I work hard for.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want?
Hey, you see? Hey, I'm gonna be honest, man. Sometimes women are pretty fucking delusional. Do you see? Like, she got a straight face. Like, she believe what she's saying. She really think that if we in a relationship and we married or in a committed relationship where we're sharing finances, sharing bank accounts, you can't take money out of the account and put it to your own account. That's fucking stealing. Regardless of how, no, that's stealing. You're stealing money out of, even if it's a joint account. It don't sound like it's a joint account, but even if it's a joint account, you're taking money out of the account and putting it into another account. That's stealing, family. That's severely untrustworthy way of handling shit. But again, this is the woman he select. Let's watch some more of the video.
This
is working for you. This ain't working for us.
No, it is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay.
See, wait, real quick. He needs, like, men, when you decide to marry a woman, when you decide to be in a long-term relationship with a woman, you should know her ideology about partnership. Like, do you have a woman that just wants to be taken care of? Like, not work, just take care of the kids, be a homemaker? Is that your woman? If so, establish that. I know men who are okay with that. You just stay at home, take care of the kids, make the food, clean the house. I'll bring home the money. That's how we gonna rock out. there's dudes who's okay with that, but it don't sound like he was okay with that. So you got to be clear on what the fuck you agreeing to, because she's way too nonchalant about stealing this goddamn money. And if you are a man who has a woman who don't work, doesn't have a career, doesn't have any career aspirations, some shit like this may end up happening. But again, we're talking about the consequences of picking the wrong woman. This is on him to pick a woman who is this comfortable with stealing this goddamn money. Because to me, shit, if you would steal my money right under my nose, you may even get into some plotting situations where you know I got life insurance and take me out for the life insurance. Shit. If you would do all this about some money, you know what I mean?
What is the problem? You need to be a problem. You're the self.
What's wrong with her?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you can account
Why
for
is
that.
it
I was
always
already struggling.
I have to make sure I'm good. I can't. I'm not about to argue with you about money.
You are self.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Everything I've done for us. Are you serious? You mad because I'm putting
Everything you've done for who? Everything you've done for me. Is this? Why do I got a bank statement in the middle and take the money?
Do what you gotta do. I don't care about it. I'm so serious. I'm not about to argue with you about no money.
Wait, nah, come on now. She's saying she don't care about money, but you care about it enough to siphon it through my account. You care about it enough to steal it from my goddamn account to put it in yours so you can be good. So that's a lie. To say you don't care about money, yeah, you do, because you're stealing it from me. You see what I'm saying? And I see here in the comments on the actual video where, you know, you get different types of responses. And some people are saying we don't know all the facts, but he's laying out the facts. You are taking money out of my account and I don't know about it. What else could you be doing? See, this when it comes to like trust and the integrity people show you, this type of shit is a sign that maybe something else is going on. This is the type of woman that'll cheat on you, if you ask me. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean?
I don't know money.
No, I'm not arguing.
It's just money to you, right? $22,000 is just a little bit of money to you, huh? I got to go and work for that money, but it's just a little bit to you, huh?
I'm not about to argue with you about it. Like I said, if we were to break up today, then what am I supposed to do?
See, look, you know what? That's one of the issues I have with marriage in America, because this also sounds like a woman that if tomorrow he told her, I don't want to be in a relationship no more, this is over for whatever reason, she sounds like the kind of woman that would be spiteful and go to that courthouse and try to take him for everything he got. That's why prenuptial agreements and just like handling the business before actually getting married, which as far as marriage is concerned, I'm not a big proponent of marriage. I understand why people do it, but marriage is a business more than anything. So the reason why the divorce rate is so high to me is because I think people get married for love and the intimacy in the partnership that they feel with somebody, not the business aspect. So you can have a partner that's great on an intimate level, on a friendship level, on a togetherness level. There could be a lot of things you like about them, but they could be a horrible business partner. You feel what I'm saying? And in marriage, it's a business. Unless he got a prenup, which it don't sound like he do, he's treading on thin ice, because then you find men in this situation who, let's just say, right, he found out, because the video we watching, y'all, this man found out his woman is taking money out of their account and putting it into her own account just to make sure she good, just in case some shit happened. This is the same type of woman that if he decided to divorce her, or if he say everything is over, she finna go to the courthouse and try to take him for everything he got. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, traditional marriage in this country, there's a lot of women, whether we believe it or not, who get married strictly to be financially secure, strictly for security, some form of security. And as a man, you got to be cognizant of that. Maybe you cool with that. Like I said a few minutes ago, maybe you cool with the woman staying home, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the house. She ain't got to work. You better establish that shit immediately so you don't get situations like this where if he decided to divorce her, he has to be careful how he plays the situation, because she got the government on her side. You see what I'm saying? Because with men who are married, shit, if you got kids, which I'm assuming they got children too, if you got kids, you paying child support and spousal support. So you actually paying for this woman's lifestyle until she get married again. I don't agree with none of that shit. That's why partnership and like linking up with a woman to get married, you better be careful, family, because marriage, it's not about love. Like, remove love from that shit. That's about business. Marriage is about business. It's about assets. You see what I'm saying?
I have to have something. And
if we was to break up today, you would be A-okay, my friend, because you stealing money for I don't know how long.
That's gonna make me okay.
$22,000 not gonna make.
Hey, she said. She said $22,000 not gonna make her okay. Which, I mean, for her life, she's right. But this brother is lucky he found this shit now, opposed to 7 years from now when it's $92,000. You see what I'm saying? So find out, like, we go through situations in relationships where we are a little untrustworthy, or somebody may do something and you say, okay, next time be a little more transparent. Next time give me more information. But what she's doing, this is actually fucking stealing. You know what I mean?
No.
Something's gonna make it a whole year they come.
Who didn't even get a job? Who can live off of 22? You acting like I stole $100,000. Come on. It's money you've been giving me that I just put a little bit to the side in my own account.
Why have you been taking money from my account and putting it in yours without knowing? $22,000 is a lot of money to be missing. Yeah, baby, you should be asking.
It's ours.
It's ours when we make something together. That's when something's ours.
Isn't that's the interesting concept he just posed. So she said it's ours, meaning if I make all the money or my partner makes all the money, whatever comes in is ours. It's completely ours. And marriage would have you to believe that that's the case. But in actuality, it should be ours is what we work for. Like, if you're in a situation where your partner is making all the money and you're not making nothing, then you shouldn't even feel entitled to take any of that. You shouldn't even be entitled to freely use it. Just to be honest, you should be more on a situation where you asking about what you can use and what you can't use, unless the man establishes this with you from the beginning. Look, I'm gonna work. We're gonna have an account that I create. Use whatever you want to use. See, like, listen to this brother tone. It seems like they had a different understanding, that he feels betrayed now because they had a different understanding and she doing some other shit. You see what I'm saying? Because again, if I'm agreeing, I'm gonna do all the work and bring home the money, you can take the money and do what you need to do. Just let me know about it. Or if it's a big purchase, let me know about it. There's a way to have these conversations before you get knee deep in a relationship with somebody. You see what I'm saying? Because a situation like this, yeah, they can go to counseling or figure out some ways to kind of get through this situation in particular. But I don't think so. Like, this is thievery. The way she went about it, like just taking the money, not telling them. And again, just for context, he's presenting the argument like she don't got a job. Because if she got a job, just to be honest, that's even worse. That means you taking your money and spending it and doing what you want, but you're taking my shit and saving it. This is something that needs to be discussed before you even get married with somebody. Before you even decide on being in a long-term relationship with them, you need to discuss what's going to be the parameters. Are we both going to work? Are we both go-getters? All this shit needs to be stuff you look at. And I'll be honest, sometimes men are just looking at how women look. You're just looking at how she make you feel, all this intimate-based shit, and you're not thinking about the logistics and business portion of an actual marriage. You know what I mean?
When two people make something together, then it's theirs. If one person provides the whole situation, it's not an our situation, baby. It's a my situation.
So you're mad
and you
that
stealing from me because I didn't give it to you. You
share an account, and I made an extra account, and I moved money to my own account, so I would be straight.
That's stealing. That's stealing. So I'm gonna end that video right there, family. But that's stealing. So again, the videos that I played today are they're involving men and women, but men, this is on us. That's what we need to get back to. You feel me? That's what Melanated Fathers of America, the organization I started, the idea behind that is men recognizing their power, men recognizing how we have to look into the future at how we want our lives to look, how we want our families to look, how we want our legacies to look. And the woman you select, family, is a reflection of your decision making. There's no way around that. Yeah, sometimes you can find yourself in a situation with somebody that you've realized they're nefarious. Like they don't mean you no good. You realize it's the right person for you. Cool. You move on from that. But as men, let's be a little more selective. All of us, right? Let's back up. Take a look at the situation a little more thoroughly before we just jump to a marriage or a relationship or any of that shit. Because in America, you just jump into a marriage and you a man that's doing well for yourself, you don't get fucked. You see what I'm saying? That's why, like, I know a lot of men who are married. I know a lot of men like myself who are very cautious about the idea of marriage, and rightfully so, because you can find yourself in a situation like this. And I've seen and known of men, y'all, that got a lot of shit going for them, get into a situation with a woman, get married, end up getting divorced, and now he living in his car. He pretty much taking everything he got. You see what I'm saying? And look, I don't agree with that at all. Like that's not understanding how marriage was like instituted in this country, and the reason why they created the marriage license, and a lot of this shit got racist undertones to it. But in America, sometimes we just go with whatever is traditionally acceptable. And I think like the institution of marriage, of religion, of celebration of holidays, every institution that we have in this country that we participate in, I think before you become fully engulfed in it, you should back up and see, does this shit align with my mentality? Does this shit align with how I see my future? You see what I'm saying? You don't have to just go along to get along. I think in this country, a lot of people are just married because that's what you do. You find a woman, you love her, you don't want to disappoint her. She getting all this pressure from her family and friends, so you end up getting married. You better think twice before you do that shit, because a lot of dudes end up in situations that they can't get out of. If they decided to divorce her or leave, then your ass gonna be living in a box, and you make all the money. You feel me? So that shit we need to think about. This is your brother Harrison, Melanated Convo podcast. PrecisionCreate.com is the name of the website. Get yourself one of the shirts. Support the movement. Let your boy help you with a shirt project you got in. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention flyers. You need a flyer done. You need the logo for your design, the logo for your business. Hit me up. I can help you out with that. Go to PrecisionCreate.com. There's information on there about everything that I offer. You feel me? Hit the like button, subscribe. Everybody listening to the show on the digital platforms, if you're listening to the show on one of the digital platforms, continue to leave comments. Download the episode, share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, any social media platforms you got. You feel me? This is your brother Harrison, man, the Melanated Convo podcast. We're gonna keep bringing you these interesting and necessary conversations about our people. You feel me? Tomorrow, I'll be back with my Sonia Lewis. We're gonna be back on tomorrow to do the show that we do together. So again, man, this is your brother Harrison, Melanated Convo. I'm out.